Like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos from PHN Learn. For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.
Hello everyone, welcome to the JavaScript and jQuery tutorial by PHN Technology Private Limited. In this tutorial, we are going to create a slider using the prerequisite knowledge, or should I say what we have learned just now before this particular tutorial. So let's just implement our knowledge on this slider. All kinds of functions, events and different types of methods would be used in this. So please concentrate and try to do this on your own. You can style it as you want to. Now what you see on the screen is the slider we are going to create for our website or through JavaScript. Now let's just go on the code. I have basically created an HTML and CSS structure and it has a particular class for images, and the circles what you see here down also are given some particular class. Also, I have given a fade class in which I have given the animation using the CSS. After this, you can see I have given the class name as images and then the fade. This is the multi class over here. And then the circles. The circles have very simple class as circle only. And all of this styling is given inside the CSS. Now, let's just start with the script. So, first of all, we are going to declare var image index equals to 0. Now what is image index? Index basically means the position of a particular thing, right? Now we are going to call the function which we are going to create. So my function name is going to be show images. I have called it here. The reason here is I don't want it to go line by line. The reason I am calling it here is so that it reacts fast. Since it's a scripting language, we know it goes every line by line and then it executes it. Now since show images function would be already created, what it is going to do? It is going to react faster. It knows that it has to implement show images, right? So show images and then a semicolon. After that, we are going to start with our function. So here's my function. My function's name is going to be show images. Make sure you do not mess up with the naming because it is very case sensitive. After this, we are going to declare two variables. First is for images and the second is for circles. Now these particular two variables is going to act as an array and is going to store the number of images and the circles inside this array. As in, it would know that how many images are there. Right, so we are storing all the images and the circles down there in an array. So images equals to document dot get elements. Now I have used elements because we have a lot of tags, like we have a lot of elements over here, right? So get elements by class name, since we have used class over here. Class name. So what is my class name over here? The class name is images. Let's just check it. Yes, it is images. We'll just copy this statement right away and paste it down. And rather than writing images over here, we will write circles. Document.getElements by, and here would be my class for circles. So here it is circle only. Remember, no S. Remember the class names you have particularly used. After this, we are going to give a for statement. Inside this for statement, we are going to say that every image should be not displayed. Okay. So what we are going here? We are changing the style of the element or through the class name. So for I equals to 0, and why am I considering this as I equals to 0? The reason is because we have stored all the images into an array. After that, images dot length. Now this images.length is going to get the length of the array. That's right. This is a method. And then and after that I plus plus. Let's just open this. Inside this, I'm going to say that every image, that is my array, should have style.display equals to none. Now after this I'm going to say that it should happen for every one of them. So my image index here would be plus plus. Okay. After that I'm going to go for if condition, in which I'm going to say that if my image index is greater than my images dot length. Just now my image index here what would have come as 2. So I have done plus plus, that means my image index would be 3 since the numbering starts with 0. So here my image index would be 3 is greater than, what is the image length? 2. So yeah, the condition is satisfied. In this I am going to say that image index equals to 1. Now again we are going to use the for loop, and this is going to be for my circles. And this particular thing is going to be for my circles. So here is I am going to enter circles, since my array name is circles dot length. Okay, and after that I am going to give I plus plus. Inside this thing I am going to enter circles array number, that is my I dot class name equals to, what am I doing? I am going to add a particular class which I have created. That is, the class I have added here is active. So whenever the particular image is showing, what it should happen, the active should be added to the class name. So that's why this particular code is for that whenever that particular image is showing, that is, if the second image is showing, the second circle should be highlighted. So the active class should be added to it. So I am going to do circles I dot class name. Okay, I'm sorry. Here should be the bracket. Class name dot replace as active. And after that nothing, because replace has 2 functionalities, and that's how we close it. Now in the end I am going to call the arrays, and I am going to give image index minus 1, that is I want to show. Now this time the property would be block, right? I want to show them. So style dot display equals to block. And after that I am going to do the same for my circles as well. Image index minus 1 until it is 0. That means until my image index is 0, it is going to happen, because our image index was increased to 3 in the upper code, right? So minus dot class name plus equals to, because we want it to be active, right? We are going to add that particular thing in here. And after that we are going to use the set time out. That means this is how, at what time the image should slide up, right? These all functions are very important, and you'll learn them as you use them. So here it is. Let's just close this function, save this, and now refresh our code. So here is my code. This is how we make a slider. The concept here was very easy, but implementing was more easier since we know the functions, the methods, and everything related to it. Now we cannot go through each and every method. So that's how you explode. You take each and every method and use it into your code for your website. So this was all about slider. Till now, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now you need to explore and keep coding. Thank you.
For more videos, download our app from the Play Store.